Ryan's stirring. We best keep to our knitting. It's time to either run the table or go home empty. Ryan's got the genetic key to Rapture. We get that from him, and we get out of this hellhole. We don't, then you and I are ghosts. Now would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch? It's time to finish this.
You can taste it, can't you? Andrew Ryan. I say Cohen's lost his touch, if you knew him when he used to believe in work, struggle. Now, he rots in that neverland, waiting for someone to come and tell him he's still got it. I suppose that's why he let you live. The worm looks up and sees the face of God. Look around. It's a regular convention of worms in here. They all had mothers, fathers, people who loved them, they got married, their wives. What makes you think you're any different? I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know if you have a preference.
I had to go jungle style with that filthy ape for 3 weeks, but he finally spilled the beans on how to get to Andrew Ryan. Generate a sympathetic overload in harmonic core number 3. That's simple. Now all I gotta do is figure out what the hell a sympathetic overload is, and for that matter, a harmonic core number 3. Piece of cake for an electrical engineer. Too bad I designed ladies' shoes. Gonna go see the grease monkeys left alive in heat loss monitoring. See what I can shake out of their trees.
I like all parasites who ever tried to walk in stolen shoes. I'd explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible, but that would be like playing Mozart for a tree frog. Even now, can't you hear the breath returning to her lungs? The shops reopening, the schools humming with the thoughts of young minds. My city will live. My city will thrive. And when that day comes,
by his own demise. On New Year's Eve, these wretched splicers come streaming out of the poorhouses and storm to the proverbial barricades. Dead rot in the streets. Johnny and Jamie Citizen are lined up round the block for plasmids. Anything to help fend off the rabble.
Do you guys have any idea there's a war on? If you don't follow proper maintenance of those big daddies, they burn through those R-34s like heavy apple berries, go to penicillin. I've got Atlas's goons hitting us non-stop and 2 dead mechanics just this week. We need to control costs. If I wanted to deal with amateurs, I would have stayed on dry land.
Strikes me that Fontaine wasn't overly inconvenienced by his own demise. On New Year's Eve, these wretched splicers come streaming out of poorhouses and storm to the proverbial barricades. Dead rot
lot in the streets. Johnny and Jamie Citizen are lined up around the block for plastics. Anything to help fend off the rabble.
Imagine the will it took to create a place like this. And what have you built? Nothing. You can only loot and break. You're not a man. You're just a termite activist.
Let me tell you something about keyboards and all the university types. They're so smart, except when they eat. I put a couple of drinks in him last week, and before I could say boo, he's telling me he's got the code to his office key to the date of Australia Day. Now's every weeks I slip in real gentle and make a buck or two from the tail. The Aussie never notices, and I ain't about to tell him. Seems like there's all kind of crazy stuff back there. Maybe one day I'll get more ambitious. I didn't recognize the twist that come to the shop today. Stacked like Sally and dressed to the nines. She's played her cards pretty close to the vest, but you ain't gotta be no college job to see that she's into some bad China. She was asking about magnetic locks and some such. I played it coy, but she took wise. After she showed me round her backyard, I gave her directions to the keyboard tool shop. Rapture's going to hell, but sometimes the great change still cuts you a break.
Before the final rat has eaten the last gram of you, Rapture will have returned. I will lead a parade. Who was that, they'll say, as they point to the sad shape hanging on my wall. Who was that?
I begged Mr. Ryan to hand Fontaine's heuristics over to Atlas's boys as a peace offering. But the stupid sod won't listen to reason. Instead, he's just splicing...
A man builds a city at the bottom of the sea. That's a marvel. Another man happens to be on a plane that crash lands on the same city in the middle of the ocean. Why, that sounds more like... Really?
Father, why have you forsaken me?
Such terrible things, and done worse myself. Thank you for reminding me that the light of the world has not yet been snuffed out. I am sending a little one to help you on your way.
Ryan's spies are dragging the young not right now. I'm certain she's one of Ryan's spies and sent to pick me out. I think she is, if I'm wrong. An innocent girl will end up on Ryan's bloody trophy wall. If I'm right, this be Ryan. The device is almost finished. I can't get soft now, I can't. I begged Mr. Ryan to hand Fontaine's heuristics over to Atlas's boys as a peace offering. But the stupid sod won't listen to reason. The basic casing is ready. I've got one charge of nitroglycerin in my office. That will serve as the catalyst. Now I need a 4R34 lead shield wire stubs to pass the circuit. Then a half can of ionic gel, that's the pretty Betty of the mix. Should send the core into compensation mode, push power down the line and trigger the circuit breaker on Ryan's gate. Well, that's the theory. It'll either work like a charm, blow up half of Rapture. Nothing ventured. What a balmy dream. Some kind of fruit tree spinning like a top. and it was pouring juice down Ryan's throat, choking the bastard. But it wasn't the tree, really. When I looked closer, it was the core control, the gizmo that feeds the mag locks on Ryan's gate. You can't cut off the power.
Is there blood on the streets? Of course. Have some chosen to destroy themselves with careless splicing? Undeniable. But I will make no proclamations. I will dictate no laws. The great chain moves slowly, but with wisdom. It is our impatience that invites in the parasite of big government. And once you've invited it in, it will never stop feeding on the body of the city.
I'm worried for you, Father. Tonight. Turn away from your life. You're wrong.
What?
To you. Hey! At the time,
Ryan didn't believe in rapture, didn't believe in the great chain. He believed in power. And now this place is busto, and my girl is gone. Worse than gone. One of those things. So am I an assassin? Well, only one way to find out.
this. I'll do what you say.
Does it look like it's a real bomb? It better. You got to put it on the core, past geothermal control. And we'll see if these needle noses knew what the hell they were talking about.
Help me, Madonna. Help me.
Looks like the ocean's got an itch to retake this corner of Rapture. This happened right after the start of the war. Read about it in the papers. Head on in. I'll see what I can dig up to help. I'm no engineer, but if I read these plans right, you can channel that magma flow using the redirect valve. It'll boil off that water right quick, and you'll be able to reach the core. But Ryan's sure to take notice. Might want to set up a perimeter just to be certain.
Will these creatures kill you? Even I don't know. As you drag me closer to the abyss, you pull yourself right along with me. I offer you quick death, Parasite. It would be preferable to what you will learn if you win.
Person shall be the truth of thy basket.
Are they all dead? Hope so. Best be heading on to the core.
So far away from your family, from your friends, from everything you ever loved. But for some reason, you like it. You feel something. You can't quite put your finger on it. Think about it for a second. And maybe the word will come to you. Nostalgia. What did that just offer you? Though my physical defenses fall, will not defeat me. My strength is not in skill,